Hello, kids! In today's lesson, we are going to talk about comparative and superlative adverbs. First, let us learn what are adverbs. Adverbs are words that describe action words or verbs and even adjectives and other adverbs. Joy is walking. This sentence is not telling us anything about the action walking. Joy is walking slowly. From the word slowly, we get to know how Joy is walking. Slowly is the adverb. Walking is the verb. Tia is singing a song. Singing is a verb. And this sentence is not telling us anything about the action singing. Tia is singing beautifully. How is she singing? Beautifully. From the word beautifully, we get to know how she's singing. So, beautifully is the adverb. Grace is looking beautiful. Beautiful is the adjective. Why? Because it's describing grace. It's describing the noun. Grace is looking very beautiful. Very is adding more meaning to the adjective beautiful. So beautiful is the adjective. Very is the adverb. Adverbs used for comparison. John is driving safely. Driving is the verb. Safely describe the verb driving. So it's an adverb. But it's not making any comparison. Adam's driving is safer than James' driving. So driving is the verb. Safer is an adverb because it is describing the verb driving. And we have two people, Adam and James. So this is a comparison. So safer is the adverb. Let's take some examples. Jacob's running faster than Liam. Running is the verb. Faster is the adverb. Why? Because it is describing or giving more meaning to the verb running. So running faster because we are comparing between Liam and Jacob. Adverbs that compare two things end with the suffix er. Soon, sooner. Fine, finer. Loud, louder. Fast, faster. I reached home earlier than you. I finished work sooner than you. I drank milk faster than her. Peter scored higher than Andrew. John is drawing faster than Annie. Longer adverbs used for comparison. Carefully, skillfully, beautifully, slowly, and swiftly. He drives more carefully than his younger brother. So we added more before the adverb carefully. Why? Because it's a long syllable adverb, okay? And it ends with ly. So we add more before it. She writes more beautifully than her elder brother. So here the same. We add more before beautiful. The adverb beautiful. So adverb is used for comparison is more. We add more. He does things more skillfully than his other age mates. More is also an adverb. John is swimming more skillfully than Annie. So we add more to change the adverb into an adverb of comparison. Now, longer adverbs used for comparison. Adverbs that compare more than two things. More than two things. Tia has made the best project in the class. Best here is the adverb that compares the project of Tia with all other students in the class. John made fewest mistakes in math exam in the class. Here, fewest, we added est to the adverb that compares the mistakes of John with the mistakes of all other students. Annie writes fastest in the class. Annie tried hardest among all. Adverbs. Olivia reached nearest to the... Okay. This rock is nearest to me. It is comparing the stone to many stones. This rock is farthest from me. It is comparing the stone to many other stones. This point is lowest point on the mountain. It is comparing the lowest point to many other points. This point is the highest point on this mountain. It is comparing the highest point to all other points. This boy is the thinnest boy because we're comparing him to the other boys. It is comparing one boy to all the other boys, as I said. This boy on the left, he is the strongest boy. We are comparing one boy to all the other boys, so we add est to the adverb. So the words ending in ast compare one thing or person to many other things or persons. In case of longer adverbs for comparison, Olivia writes more beautifully than Elma, because here we have Olivia writes more beautifully. Olivia writes most beautifully of all the girls in the class, because here we compare Olivia to all her classmates or the girl in her class. So we added most, and the adverb ended with ly. John drives most carefully of all the other boys of his group. John is compared to all the other boys of his group. That's why we added most. Olivia swims most gracefully of all the girls of her group. We added most. Why? Because Olivia is being compared to all the other girls of her group. Sam shouted most loudly of all the boys. Sam is being compared to all the other boys. That's why we added most before the adverb loudly. Thank you for listening. Study hard and stay home.